Just wanted to follow up on my colleague's question about Russian interference. Can you pledge to the American people that you will not accept any foreign assistance in the upcoming election? And on this idea of a purge in your administration, there was recently the departure of your acting DNI, Joseph Maguire. You replaced him with your ambassador to Germany, Rick Grinnell. Some of your critics have pointed out that Ambassador Grinnell has no intelligence experience. How can you justify to the American people having an acting DNI with no intelligence experience?
Okay, first of all, I want no help from any country, and I haven't been given help from any country. And if you see what CNN, your wonderful network, said, I guess they apologized in a way for, didn't they apologize for the fact that they said certain things that weren't true? Tell me, what was their apology yesterday? What did they say?
Mr. President, I think our record on delivering the truth is a lot better than yours sometimes.
Your record
you don't mind me saying.
Let me tell you about your record. Your record is so bad you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You have probably
I'm
the
not
worst
ashamed
record.
Of anything, and our
you probably have the worst record in the
ashamed,
history of broadcasting. As far as Maguire is concerned, he's a terrific guy. But, you know, on March 11th, his time ended anyway. So his time came up. So we would have had to, by statute, we would have had to change him anyway. So the time
your new DNI have experience in the intelligence field?
Yes. In fact, we're talking to 5 different people right now. I think all people that you know, all people that you respect, and I'll make a decision probably over the next week to 2 weeks. We have some very good people. But Joe Maguire is a very excellent guy. He's a very good man. And his time was March 11th. I believe it was March 11th where he would have had to leave.
Was he forced out because he wasn't sufficiently loyal to you?
No, not at all. Not at all. He was pushed out because, frankly, he wasn't pushed out. He would have had to get out. On March 11th, he would have had to leave. But we're going to be making a decision on DNI very shortly.
Thank you, sir.
How Donald Trump, of all people, still hasn't realized that of all things he should be attacking others for, that lying should be at the bottom of that list, goes to show just how absent his grasp on reality actually is. This is a guy who has blown through more than 16,000 lies in his first 3 years in office. At this point, I'd be surprised if he could be honest about what day of the week it is. So Jim Acosta was right to call him out for it. Because while Trump has staked his presidency on pretending that any critical coverage of him, including on CNN, is fake, that's not how it works in this country. Maybe in North Korea, but not here, although Fox News is certainly doing its best to will Trump's hopes into existence. And he sets out right away to prove that he's not a liar by telling an outright lie. He says that he hasn't been given help from any foreign country, which is ironic considering that's exactly what he got from Russia in 2016. Not only did 17 US intelligence agencies, but investigators on Robert Mueller's team reached that conclusion indisputably, with Mueller even issuing a 37-page indictment against Russia's Internet Research Agency and its affiliates. The Russians spent tens of millions of dollars over the course of years to create a sophisticated influence campaign. They created fake identities backed by stolen driver's licenses and social security numbers. They cultivated them online. They created groups within communities. They used VPNs to make it look like they were working out of the United States. They laundered payments through cryptocurrency accounts. They used their influence to mainstream fringe ideas, to sow division and discord, and to stoke discrimination and bigotry. But most importantly, they did it on Trump's behalf. Our government has admitted that it was being done on Trump's behalf, and even Vladimir Putin admitted that he supported Trump's bid for president.
Did you want President Trump to win the election, and did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Да, я хотел, чтобы он выиграл.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because he talked about bringing the US-Russia relationship back to normal.
So I get that Trump would prefer to rewrite history here, but let's not for a second pretend that his campaign hasn't been given help by another country. There's also the minor issue of Trump literally getting impeached for trying to secure help from a foreign country. He withheld nearly $400 million in legally allocated, taxpayer-funded military assistance to Ukraine to try and extract the announcement of an investigation into Trump's then top-polling opponent in the next election. So Trump can brush off the idea of foreign interference, but he was willing to forever tarnish his reputation to become only the 3rd president in American history to be impeached because he was so desperate for foreign help in the next election. And now, in 2020, intelligence officials have once again warned that Russia's working to help Trump. In fact, Congress was just briefed only days ago by the administration's cybersecurity czar, Shelby Pearson, that not only is Russia interfering in this election, but that they're doing so on Trump's behalf, since the Kremlin views his administration as more favorable to Russian interests. The briefing infuriated Trump so much, not that election interference was happening, mind you, but just that Congress was notified, that he fired Pearson's boss for it, acting director of national intelligence Joseph Maguire, and installed Richard Grenell instead, a loyalist with no national security experience, to lead national intelligence. Now, Trump says to Jim Acosta that Maguire was finished anyway, but he was supposed to be nominated to the role of Director of National Intelligence. It was only after the department did its job by informing Congress of continued election interference by Russia that Trump fired the guy. That's why Maguire is out and a woefully unqualified Trump loyalist is in. In other words, and I know you're not going to believe this, but Trump is lying at a press conference where he lashed out because he was rightfully accused of being a liar. So while we should hope that Trump will nominate someone as Director of National Intelligence who might, know something about national intelligence, I wouldn't hold my breath. Because Trump's priority isn't finding someone qualified, it's finding someone loyal. And he's more than willing to sacrifice even our national security in pursuit of that.